Hello everyone, it's Dale here. Welcome to the next weekly trading ideas video. Before we jump into the charts, I'd like to share some big news with you. I've just released a new book which is called The Insider's Guide to Prop Firm Trading. This book focuses on prop firms and how to get funded and how to trade with other people's money, but it will also teach you how to treat your trading like a proper business and how to trade like a professional. So check it out. If you go to the link which I'll provide below this video, then it will take you to this page which you see on your screen now, and on this page you can download the ebook for free. Just enter your name, email address, and then hit the subscribe button and it will send you the book in an email. You can also get a printed version of the book. Right here there's a couple of links. They'll lead to Amazon and you can get either the paperback or the hardcover version. So that's the big news. I really hope you guys enjoy the book. Let me know what you think, and let's now jump into the charts, alright? So what you see before you here, this is chart of gold. Today I'd like to focus mostly on gold because the gold has been in a strong uptrend last week, and I think that it gives us a very nice chance to participate in that new uptrend. This is the uptrend I'm talking about. And by the way, we are looking at a 30-minute chart, right? Gold. So in this uptrend, what I want to trade from are pullbacks to heavy volume zones, right? That's what I do when there's a trend. So the simplest way how to identify those heavy volume zones is to use the flexible profile over the whole trend area, like this. And it will show you the most important places on the chart. So if you look at the volume profile and the volume distribution here, just in this uptrend area, then there are those two heavy volume zones, then there is this one huge heavy volume zone, and then at the start of this uptrend there's another volume zone, right? Now if we start from the first one, this one, then the beginning of that heavy volume zone is in here. My level is a little bit below that. This is the support at 2954.5, and this heavy volume zone is showing us a place where buyers were adding to their long positions and then they pushed the price aggressively upwards from here, right? You can see the aggressivity of the buyers by looking at the fair value gaps. They are highlighted in green when they are close to each other, like this one and this one. I look at it as one huge fair value gap. And fair value gap, that's concept from smart money trading, and I like to trade from the beginning of the fair value gap, which is in here. That's why I have that level exactly at this position, right? Because it's the beginning of the fair value gap, the beginning of this aggressive move. Combine that with the volume profile and you have a very nice support to trade from. Right now we just need to wait for the pullback, and if the pullback occurs, then take it from there. Now very closely below this volume cluster there is the other volume cluster, this one. Now this one has been tested because the volumes were formed in here, then there was the pullback to those volumes and a reaction. So I'm not really interested in trading this volume cluster, right? Because the volumes in that volume cluster have been tested. It's not the case with this one. The volumes formed in here, let me just delete this, haven't been tested, right? Because the volumes were formed here. This area hasn't been tested yet. So that's why this one is relevant and this one is not relevant. Now, moving on to the next one, to the next huge volume cluster, and it is this one. This is actually the weekly point of control. If I just delete this profile for a minute, and if we look at the volume distribution throughout the whole previous week, then you can see that this place is where the volumes were the heaviest, right? It's the weekly point of control, and from there you can see that there was this strong buying activity, right? So buyers were building up their long positions in here, and then they pushed the price aggressively upwards. And this remains a very important place for the buyers, right? So the beginning of that heavy volume zone, and also the beginning of this fair value gap, highlighted in green, is right here at 29.24.5. That's my level, and it represents a strong support, right? So when the price hits the level, if it hits the level, then chances are there's going to be a strong reaction. And the reason why I think that there is going to be a reaction is that the buyers from here, which you can see on the weekly profile as well as on the flexible profile, those buyers are likely to defend this place where they were accumulating their long positions, right? They're likely to defend this place and push the price upwards from there again. Now, the third level, this one, at 28.94.5, this is based on the place where all this strong uptrend started. And as you can see, there was this heavy volume zone. So as the price was dropping here, it reached this area where buyers stepped in. They started to buy aggressively and reversed the price from this little sell-off into a whole new uptrend. And this zone is important, this heavy volume zone, because this is where they placed their orders, right? The level is at the beginning of that heavy volume zone, as well as the beginning of the fair value gap. And notice that all my levels are actually at the beginning of a fair value gap, right? We have fair value gap in here, fair value gap in here, fair value gap in here, right? And also, obviously, there's that combo with volume profile, always. So it's always volume profile and fair value gap. That's the trick. That's the combo that I like to trade, right? So ideal scenario would be pullback, the first support, reaction, pull back to the second support, reaction, pull back to the third support, and reaction, right? Now, I don't know if there is going to be pullback or when there is going to be the pullback, but if the pullback occurs, if the price hits those levels, there's a solid chance that there'll be a reaction. So that's for that. That's for gold. The symbol here, which you're looking at, that's gold futures. If you are trading from a forex traders platform, then most likely the symbol is going to be different. Most likely it's going to be CFD. So you may want to recalculate the levels and find those levels on your charts. So the values may not be the same as on futures, because this is futures, but you should be easily able to find those levels in your platform, right? Futures and spot prices, or CFD prices, the charts move the same way. They are 100% correlated, so there should be no problem finding the levels, right? The charts look exactly the same, no matter if you trade futures or CFDs. All right, so that's for gold. Let's now move on and let's go for the next trading idea. The next one is going to be on the New Zealand dollar Swiss franc. So you're looking at a 30-minute time frame of the New Zealand dollar Swiss franc, and in here you can notice this strong uptrend area on Friday. If I use the volume profile the same way as I did on gold, then it will reveal that there is this heavy volume zone within the uptrend, and note that this heavy volume zone haven't been tested, right? This one, for example, was, because there were the volumes formed in here, there was pullback and reaction, so this one is spent. But this one hasn't been tested yet, which means it is still good to trade, right? So when there is a pullback to the beginning of that heavy volume cluster, which is at 0.5062, there's a chance that there'll be a reaction. Also notice that there's again the fair value gap highlighted in green, which adds strength to that level because it shows aggressivity of the buyers who are pushing the price upwards in here after this heavy volume zone got formed, right? Now, apart from the fair value gap and the volume profile setup, there's also a price action setup. And this price action setup also adds strength to that level. So, if I extend this line like this, then you can see that there was this very nice and strong reaction to this level in the past. That means that this level was a resistance in the past, right? Because the price made this reaction to it. When the price blew past it, the resistance became a support, right? This is a price action setup, and if you combine it with volume profile setup and the fair value gap, you have a very nice combo of 3 trading setups, and all those setups are telling you that if there is a pullback, there is going to be a reaction. Alright? So that's about that. What we need to do now is just wait for the pullback, and if it occurs, then we take it from here. Alright, so that's for the New Zealand dollar Swiss franc, and let's now go for the next trading idea, and the next one will be on the New Zealand dollar, Canadian dollar. So, on the New Zealand dollar, Canadian dollar, we are again looking at the 30-minute chart, and in here there's a strong rejection of lower prices right here. This is a footprint of big players who rejected the lower prices, started to place their huge orders in here. We can see that on the volume profile, and then reversed the selling pressure into a new uptrend, right? And what is the most important place in this rejection is this heavy volume cluster, right? Because this is where the buyers were most active, where they placed most of their long orders, and from which the price went upwards aggressively in this uptrend. So this is an important zone for buyers, right? When there's a pullback, there's a chance that the buyers will jump in again, and there'll be a reaction. So we have this heavy volume cluster. Also notice that again we have the fair value gap, just a small one, but still a fair value gap, which is showing us the aggressivity of the buyers, right? This is the aggressivity of the buyers right here. This initial buying activity right after this heavy volume zone got formed. Alright, so that's the plan. We just need to wait for the pullback, and if it occurs, then take it from here. The level is 0.8193. Alright, so that's about that. If you guys are interested in learning more about volume profile trading, then head over to my website. It is at traderdale.com, and if you click this button which says trading course and tools, then it will take you to this page. If you scroll down a bit, then in here you can browse my trading education and custom-made indicator packs. There's the volume profile pack focusing on volume profile trading, the order flow pack which will teach you everything about day trading with order flow, and there's the newest VWAP pack which will teach you everything about VWAP trading. If you want all 3 together in one discounted bundle, then scroll down a bit and you can get it in here for a discounted price. Now, if you guys want to join me and other prop firm traders in a live trading room every day, then click this button. It says FTA and stands for Funded Trader Academy. In here, you can book one-on-one call with us. We will walk you through the service, and then you can decide whether or not this is right for you, alright? Now, before I wrap the video up, I'd like to announce a winner of a contest we had last time. The prize of the contest were my custom-made volume profile and VWAP indicators for TradingView platform, and right now on your screen you see the name of the person who won in the contest. So congratulations to the winner, and what I'll do next is I'll do another contest for the next week. The only thing that you need to do to participate in this contest is leave a comment below this video, which I'll publish on YouTube, and next week I'll randomly pick one person to win this set of custom-made indicators. So that's about that. Thanks for watching the video, and I'll be looking forward to seeing you next time, and until then, happy trading!